who do you think you are? Author Stephen R. Covey says, access January 24th, 2020, that we see the world not as it is, but as we are. But what if you don't know who that is? Today, I'll provide you some resources to help you figure that out. According to Social Psych Online, those who have a pretty clear sense of self also have a pretty clear sense of what they might do in the future. If we don't engage in our own self-discovery, then our lives could be subject to another person's values, belief systems, and goals. Like you, I've ventured into higher education so that I could stretch the limits of my knowledge and open up the accessibility to different careers, education, industries, and essentially a way of life. I'm changing gears and asking myself, what do I really want? And that requires self-exploration. To begin that search, I've taken courses, I've interviewed experts, and explored my own values, personalities, interests, and skills to see who I am and what I want. Figuring out who you are and what you want are integral to you living your most authentic life. First, I'll discuss a way that helps you discover your personality. Second, I'll discuss a source for you to discover your interests. And finally, we'll go over some sources for you to figure out your skills. So first, loosely defined, personality is made up of your thoughts, your feelings and behaviors, and ultimately, it's what makes you uniquely you. One of the easiest ways to explore your personality type is online through the MBTI. Now, the MBTI is the Myers-Briggs Type Indicator, and in that, you get to explore 16 different personality types through a questionnaire. Once you go through that inventory, you get to discover things through different categories, such as if you're an extrovert or an introvert, if you're more based in sensors or intuitiveness, if you're a thinker or a feeler, a judger or a perceiver. These have helped people establish a certain part of who their personality is. As life coach author Shannon L. Adler says, one of the greatest regrets in life is being what you would want rather than just being yourself. That was accessed on January 24th, 2020, and it makes sense that we should discover other elements of self, like your interests, which is next. Your interests are basically what you like or what you like to do. Backed by 80 years of research, this strong interest inventory is a questionnaire that you can find online that will also help you figure out your interests as they directly relate to education, career fields, or other activities. You explore interests in 6 broad areas: realistic, investigative, artistic, social, enterprising, and conventional. In addition, it describes an individual's personal style preferences as it pertains to 5 different areas. And those would be your work style, learning environment, team orientation, leadership, and risk-taking. Once you establish those things, it will also help you pair your top 5 to 10 occupations. So we know where our personality sort of lies with the MBTI. We've sort of garnered our interests with the strong interest inventory. But what skills do you have that can also be applied to these things? Skills are expertise or talent or things you possess that allow you to perform certain tasks. They can be inherent to who you are, or like us, we need to identify which ones we already have. Luckily, there is a source for that. You can also access it online. It's called the Notedell Card Sort for Skills. And basically, it allows you to figure out what you already have, what you'd like to learn, and what you're just basically done with. By sorting these skills, you're able to see how you can apply them to the education you're involved in, the careers or activities, and allows you to sort of create the life that authentically works for you. According to a study done by the Journal of Personality and Social Psychology, the more you have a clear sense of self, the more happy you are. I accessed this on January 24th, 2020 because this presentation is about providing simple ways for you to discover yourself and lead a more authentic life. In conclusion, we have many ways to get to know ourselves. Some of these are through our personality, some of these are through our interests, And some of these are through our skills that I discussed today. You have the chance to discover who you are and what you want. You can see where you can be happiest in this world, doing what matters most to you and what appeals to you best. If we don't take the time to create the space for ourselves in the world, we'll always be at the mercy of others' ideas. So here's our chance. Let's figure this out. Woo! Thank you.